The Holy Prophet is the seal of prophets. In point of belief, all that God desires from you is just this, that you hold that God is one, and that Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, is his prophet, Khatam-ul-Anbiya, the greatest of them all. After him there is to be no other prophet except one who shall be given the mantle of Muhammadiyyat as Baruz, since the servant is not separated from his master, nor a branch different from its roots. Be perfectly sure that Jesus, son of Mary, is dead, his grave being in Kashmir, Sarangar, Mohalla, Kanyar. God has spoken of his death in the Holy Quran. It should also be borne in mind that I in no way seek to deny the eminence of Jesus, peace be upon him. Though God has conveyed me that the Muhammadi Messiah stands higher in rank than the Mosaic Messiah, I hold the Messiah, son of Mary, in great respect, since from the spiritual point of view I am the Khatamul Khulafa. In Islam, as Messiah, the son of Mary was the Khatamul Khulafa in the Israelite chain. In the Mosaic dispensation, the son of Mary was the promised Messiah. While I am the promised Messiah of the dispensation of Muhammad, I therefore hold him in great esteem, whose name I bear, and whoever says that I do not respect him is a great liar and a mischief maker. Who belongs to my community and who does not? Having explained all these things, I repeat once more that you must not rest satisfied merely because in outward form you have taken the bath in my hand. The outward form means nothing. God sees what lies inside your hearts, and he would deal with you on the basis of what he sees there. Lo and behold, I herein discharge my duty unto you by making it plain that sin is a poison. Do not take it. Disobedience to God is a dirty death which you should avoid. Turn to prayer that you should get the strength. At the time of prayer, if a man does not firmly believe that Allah has power over everything, except what may be contained in a previous promise, such a person is not of my community. He who is caught in the tangle of worldly greed and never even raises his eyes to things which pertain to the next life is not of my community. Whosoever does not wholly and completely keep away from every sin and every evil action, like wine, gambling, looking lustfully at women, dishonesty, bribes, and from every kind of illegal gratification, he is not of my community. Whoever is not constantly turning to prayer and does not remember him in absolute humility of spirit, he is not of my community. Whosoever does not give up association with a bad companion, who exercises an unhealthy influence over him, he is not of my community. Whosoever does not respect his parents, whosoever does not render obedience to them in things which do not run counter to the Holy Quran, and whosoever is neglectful in rendering to them the service to which they are undoubtedly entitled, he is not of my community. Whosoever does not live with his wife and her relations with gentleness, goodness, and magnanimity, he is not of my community. Whosoever deprives his neighbor of the very least good in his power, he is not of my community. Whoever has no wish to forgive the faults of those who may have transgressed against him, and desires to nurse malice, he is not of my community. Every man or woman who is dishonest towards his or her spouse is not of my community. Whosoever in any way violates the pledge he took at my hand at the time of bath is not of my community. Whosoever does not really hold me to be the promised Messiah, he is not of my community. Whosoever is not prepared to obey me in all things known to be good and accepted, he is not of my community. And whosoever, as a habit, sits among those who are hostile towards me, falling into tacit and silent agreement with them, he is not of my community. Every adulterer, debauch, drunkard, murderer, thief, gambler, dishonest person, bribe-taker, usurper, oppressor, tyrant, liar, forger, and associate of these, and whoever brings false accusations and scandal against his brothers and sisters, he is not of my community unless he fully repents of his misdeeds and totally breaks away from bad associates, turning a new leaf. Indeed, all these things are poisons. You cannot partake of them and live, for light and darkness cannot exist together. Whosoever has a crooked nature and is not open and above board with God, he cannot partake of the blessing which comes to those pure of heart. Indeed, very fortunate are they who cleanse their hearts, washing away all impurities, and who make a pledge of loyalty with their God, for they shall never come to naught. It is not possible that God should disgrace them, they being of God, and God of them. They shall be saved from all tribulations. Extremely foolish indeed is he who should try to harm them, for verily they are in the lap of God, who is ever ready to support them. Who has yielded belief to God? Verily, only those who are as such described above. Similarly, he also is foolish who is anxious about a bold sinner, evil and full of mischief inside his heart, for he himself would be destroyed. From the day God created this heaven and earth, it has never happened that he destroyed those who were good. On the contrary, for the sake of such as these, he has always shown great marvels and will show even now. Our God possesses great and wonderful powers. Our God is a very loyal God, and for those who remain loyal to him, he shows wonderful works. The world wishes to tear them to pieces and to eat them up, and every enemy grinds his teeth on them. But he who is their friend saves them from any danger, and brings them out triumphant on every field. How fortunate then is he who does not let go of his hold of such a God. To him we render our faith, and him we have recognized. Of all the world he is alone, and is the God who has sent down his revelation on me, who, for me, has shown powerful signs, who has sent me down as the promised Messiah for this age. There is no God whatsoever except him, in heaven nor on earth. Whosoever does not yield faith to him, he remains deprived of the good, deprived of blessings, and deprived of succor. From our God we have received revelation that shines like the sun. We have seen that he alone is the God of the whole world, and there is no other God. How powerful indeed is the God we have found, and how sustaining. And how great, how wonderful are the qualities of the God we have seen. The truth is that for him there is nothing impossible, except what runs counter to his own book and his own promise. Therefore, when you pray to him, you should not be like those ignorant naturalists who have formed a natural law of their own which does not bear the stamp of God, for they are the rejected ones whose prayers will never be accepted. They are blind, not gifted with vision. They are dead, not alive. They put before God a law shaped by themselves, and they put limitations of their own on his powers, holding him weak and helpless beyond those limitations. Naturally, they would be dealt with in the light of their own condition. But when you stand up for prayer, it is incumbent on you to hold that your God has power over all things. Only then shall your prayer be accepted, and you shall witness those marvels of the power of your God, which we have witnessed. And remember, our witness is not on the basis of hearsay. It is on the basis of things we have seen ourselves. How can the prayers of one be accepted who does not hold that God has power over all things? And how can such a person in himself have the courage to pray to God over matters where the desired remedy or change would involve an infringement of the laws of nature as he understands them? But O you good person, your God is he, who, without any pillars underneath, has hung up the countless stars in space, and who created the earth and the heavens absolutely from naught. Dost thou hold that in regard to thy need he will prove to be helpless? The fact is that thy own misconception will keep thee deprived of blessings. There are innumerable wonderful things in our God, but these are witnessed only by those who become his in all sincerity and faithfulness. He does not reveal those wonders to those who do not have faith in his powers, and who are not faithful and true. How unfortunate indeed is the man who does not even know that he has one God with power over all things. Our paradise indeed is our God. Our highest delight is in our God, for we have seen him and have found every beauty in him. This wealth is worth having, even if at the cost of one's life. This ruby is worth purchasing, though one may have to lose one's life to acquire it. O ye who are bereft, run to this fountain and it will satiate your thirst. It is the fountain of life that will save you. What shall I do, and how am I to impress this glad tidings upon the minds? By what drum shall I make the announcement that this is your God, so that people might hear? What remedy shall I apply to their ears so that they should listen?